Everything that I need should be on this cart. See if I can replace the compressor without having to make a trip back to my truck. It was up front, so I moved it back here. 29 ounces of 404a. This unit is the one that I did a video back not too long ago that was titled always check your start components first. So remember I said on the last one, I like to pull this thing out and set it down on the floor. You just gotta always watch out for these, anything overhead. You gotta watch out for the piping, wiring as you're pulling it out, because you could stretch something too far and screw it up. When you're working on something like this, you know, you can take it loose here, and then take it loose here. And then you can move the skid wherever you want. You can take it out to your tailgate if you got a truck like I used to have. Probably low on refrigerant. Standing pressure isn't as high as I'd like it to be. We want the standing pressure to be at least up where the ambient room temperature is right here. Now the idea was to get the recovery machine, the vacuum pump, and everything except but for nitrogen, you know, to do a perfect job. Because everybody's always like, oh man, you didn't pull a vacuum, bro. Or ain't you supposed to use nitrogen? Well, yes, technically I am. So that's what I was trying to do. Man, I wanted to do a perfect video, but I'm stuck. I don't have my cord because I switched trucks. It's into a van. I switched from my truck into a van. I don't have the cord for my recovery machine, so much for the perfect video. I guess let's see if this thing is under a deep vacuum, like it's supposed to be. I doubt it. Alright. You know, for the longest time I thought this thing was broken and it didn't work. I was like, shit, it doesn't work. But then I realized that you gotta have one of the caps loose to turn it on. So yeah, you first try to turn it on and, well, it didn't do that the first time I tried it, but I tried to turn it on and it seemed like it was locked up. So I took it apart looking for a start capacitor or a weak capacitor or something like that. And yeah, no capacitor. Or, here, let's do this. There we go. What a noisy thing. So the idea here is to pull this down into as deep a vacuum as I can, like it should be, first of all, and then we'll drain as much of this 404A as we can into it, and then that's going to be about all we can do with, you know, the 404 that we want to save. The rest of it's going to be lost. Man, that stinks. That doesn't smell like 404A. That smells like freaking... God, what does that smell like? It smells like damn RX-11 flush. That's what it smells like. Tell you what. Yeah, RX-11 flush. So here I'm measuring tank pressure on this side. Here I'm filling from here through here. So at least we'll get it down from like 140 psi to like maybe 50, maybe. No, more like 60. System. I guess we'll see. Take out as much as we can. Yeah, not even close. System still has more pressure than that. Oh well, we tried. Yeah, no, I was wrong. If I would have been measuring system pressure over here, then my guess would have been right, but this is just going to keep going up until it stops, and then this is going to match that. Oh, that's better. Meanwhile, we got all new replacement stuff. Kind of neat. We just got to take bing, bing, and bing out and put it in there. Mount it, wire it, evacuate it, charge it. Alright, so you look here, you can see that we got twisted pipe. It's all twisted up and screwed up. And then we've got a big, we got that right there. Yeah, that right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and take those out, fix them. Especially this right here. I don't like how that looks. Let's see what kind of fittings I got in the truck to go in here. In the new one, maybe I can angle over with a hard fitting and then just go like straight into it, perhaps. Now this is a good snack. Well, this is pretty cool about my van. I got all these copper fittings now, somewhere to keep them, and I was able to make this. I think it's perfect. Alright, well, I was wrong. I need a, not a street elbow, but a regular elbow. Alright, so I'm going to cut it right about here. So first I'm going to clean that up. So now I just got to loosen that, and the that hold the compressor, and it can come out, and that one go in. And then you just got to put this harness on this one here, and it's ready to hook up. So it's just 3 connections. You got hot going in the top of the relay, neutral or the other hot, whatever it is, on the bottom left of this relay, and then ground. So what I can actually do is I can do that when I'm pulling a vacuum. While I'm waiting on that time, I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Alright, I got it set in place. That's ready to go. That's ready to go. And that's ready to go. Take this right there. Let the thing go. That one there. That one there. And you know what I learned not too long ago? From one of our installers, man? There's a pretty smart freaking trick if I ever seen one before. And I've been doing this for like 25 years and I never thought of this. Check it out. He pounded it, but you do that, right? And then you can turn it like that, and it stays, it doesn't move. So like, you know, if things go fall out or something, you know, just go. And it freaking stays. It's so awesome. Such a cool trick. How come I never thought of that? Alright, and it's home. Everything's ready. I'm running a tightness test. It's holding at 1107 with this one closed and these 2 open. So we got white, black, red. So that's been holding pretty damn well for like 10 minutes now. I think I'm happy with that. Oh, I got a leak right here. Damn. Look at that. I gotta find a 240 volt outlet. That's great. So I gotta pack this thing all back up and roll it all the way across over there. What a pain in the ass. Now for this thing right here, I'm gonna try to just circle it down, crush it down back into a circle. Hopefully that works. So yeah, I'm gonna bite down on it with this side, loosen that one, bite down on it more, that side, loosen this side, bite down on it all the way down over here, and then I'll have more leverage over here to crush it, you see? Because the leverage is right there. More leverage. Look at that. This one isn't too bad, but I guess maybe I could do that too. That's better. You know what really sucks about this is you gotta really be careful with this here, because that kinks and bends when you go in and out with it. They should make it differently, or maybe I should have made it differently. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually come back here and I'm gonna suck the compressor into its spot by compressing this spring here. It's kind of like a spring. I call it a spring, but that's what I'm gonna do so that I don't mess that thing up, and then whoever pulls it out next, they can worry about that shit. So then I end up with something like this. See, and I even still got a kink, but it's better. And then right up there with all the rest of them is my outlet. Gotta move this one out of the way now too. Alright, I believe I've done everything. All I gotta do is add charge to it, so. Hopefully, no. Alright, something ain't right. Damn it. Oh, I know what. I didn't plug in my stuff. So I've got all these refrigeration plugs right here. Duh. Alright, so I got 3 of them here. 3 outlets. This one goes over here, and then those 2 go to my two fans back there. See my 2 fans over there? Yep. All right. Now I'm wired in. I feel like an idiot, but I didn't want to cut it out of the video. I wanted to keep it real. Now let's try. There we go. Yeah, it needs refrigerant. Yep. I got a bad switch, or I'm gonna have to bypass this. See, this is turned my fan on, and my fan's not running because of this stupid switch. I'm gonna put them together, and the fans are gonna come on, but I just can't record that. So here, for the purposes of the video, and for charging it up, I made that little wire, bypassed it. So we're gonna run it until, you know, this here fan, that light right there, this is gonna control the fans, which are now running. Not the door. So all three of these have to be a closed circuit in order for the fans to come on. So I'm adding more refrigerant. I want to get my refrigerant charged. I mean, my liquid up to liquid pressure up higher than 196. So it's running, but I don't really like how it's running. I don't really like how high. It's like there was a restriction. Watch it for a little bit, see how it drops temperature, how the pressure seems to stabilize after a little while, and go from there. Okay, so they've got this thing set up as a cooler. Okay. Well, if it's set up as a cooler, then why do the fans shut off when you open the door? What do you guys think? Is it too hot? It's pretty freaking hot, I'll tell you what. So before it shut off, I measured it running 5.5 amps. Compressor, it's rated for 7.5. And I know that being pressed up against the other units like this, it's really bad for it. Down there, they're not as close to each other, so I'm going to try to separate them some and tell them not to do this. That's a pretty cool view right there, huh? Freaking see everything you need to see right there. Alright, it's satisfying pretty good. I think it's going to run just fine like that, pulling 4 amps. What do y'all think? Yes, I should have weighed it in, I know. I might just come back and weigh it in. You know, this unit right next to this one I'm working on has switches that aren't even being used. And the unit's working because it's stock, so no point in coming back, yo. Just fix this now. Well, never mind. I'm glad I tested it before I took it apart. This stupid switch closes when the door opens. Ain't that stupid? So right now it's open. The switch is open. Now it's closed. Always test your shit first, man. What's the point of that? Somebody please tell me where you use this switch at. Alright, so given the fact that this cooler is not even using door switches, you know, I would say replace that, and I would leave the job open and say we need to replace it if this was a freezer. The fact that it's being used as a cooler, nah, there's no need for it. So I'm going to note it in the ticket, but I'm going to say it's not necessary. And if they want us to replace the stupid little door switch, they can put it in another ticket. Anyways, check it later.